Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Corporate Socialite Budgets. In this video, I'll be budgeting the first paycheck of February. So as you all saw in the past video, I am not off to the best start as far as my budget goes or financially, but I do have plans on just kind of cleaning everything up. And also, as far as like personally, I've had a pretty rough 2 weeks. So I do want to just give you guys an update. So I'll go down the list, but one of the more minor and probably, less impactful, in Vegas, I actually put about $20 into a slot and, continually was winning and winning. And of course, I just thought that streak will continue. So at one point I made about $450 after putting $20 in. And of course, I played it all back, yes. And that was really hurtful because I was so close to just cashing out. And I set a limit as far as how much I was going to play. And, if it hit a certain point, then I knew to just cash out. But I unfortunately did not do that. So that one bothered me for a couple of days, but I was able to get over it. And also, I had a slight freak accident driving in the snow. So my car actually hydroplaned over sleet on the road and completely swerved off of the road and was almost an inch away from hitting a brick wall. And honestly, I just am so very, very grateful that that didn't happen because I was freaking out and screaming in the car. So at this point, I tried not to go too many places now that it's been not the best weather. And also we're kind of going through a winter storm here now. So I'm definitely in hibernation in the apartment. So that's fine. And lastly, one of my friends and sorority sisters was tragically killed about exactly a week ago. So it was very traumatic for my entire sorority, our chapter, as well as, just everyone that knew her and loved her. So it's been just crazy and just trying to cope with it and just kind of continue my normal life as far as going to work and my, everyday routines and, just having the thoughts of, how this could have happened, and details are starting to come out. So it's just been, a very rough week, or really 2 weeks. So I will be attending her funeral, which is next week in Chicago. So fortunately enough, some of my older sorority sisters have helped me get to Chicago. So they sponsored my way completely. And I'm, so grateful for that as well, because this was definitely unexpected across the board from this happening, as far as just the cost of, being there. And also I did tap into my emergency fund because I wanted to contribute to her family's GoFundMe. So I dipped into my gift sinking fund as well as my emergency fund and contributed about $100 toward the GoFundMe. And I mean, emergency funds are just different based on, everyone's personal needs for them. And, I just felt as if this was not necessarily an extreme emergency for me, but for her family, just because I, can't even fathom what they're thinking or how they're feeling. I did tap into that, but, I don't have any regrets toward that. So, I would like to go ahead and kind of finish the budget, or get started with the budget, should I say. So for the most part, I shouldn't have anything in the red. I'm going to just double check now. I made sure to clean it up before the month rolled over. Okay, so I should be good there. So this week I'll be budgeting from the 4th of February up until the 18th. So I do have a couple of expenses that I already know to account for, but I'll kind of walk through those as I complete the funds or the expenses that are most important. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to allow the spinner wheel to come up and determine where the money goes for my sinking fund. For my emergency fund, as well as my 1 month ahead sinking fund. Okay, so $60 will go into my monthly rollover, and then the remaining 40 will go into my emergency fund. And that actually worked out because it kind of brought me right back up to the $1,000 mark. So yeah, that worked out, so great. All right, so from the 4th up until the 18th. So I'm actually going to go ahead and share my credit card paydown status. So as of now, Ashley Furniture is completely paid off. Fifth Third is completely paid off. Capital One has went up to about 24%, and Discover has also went up to about 4%. So I'm slowly getting there. Oh, and also I do want to give an update on Uber. So when that incident happened, it was Friday night actually, and the snow and the what is it called? Now I'm mixing up the words, but when my car pretty much decided to spin out of control, that happened on Friday night, and I was so freaked out that I was like, you know what, I'm going to just take a break from Ubering this weekend. And also I had already gotten the news of my line sister, so I just decided to pause and just allow myself to just relax and enjoy my weekend inside the house. So I hadn't done any Ubers this past weekend, but now we're in a winter storm, and it's supposed to be like frozen rain, snow, sleet, craziness. I'm kind of freaked out and, have PTSD, especially being from Florida and Miami and having 0 seasons. I just need a break. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and contribute to my funds and keep it moving. So Capital One will get $25 this month, and Discover actually has already been paid for. All right, and sinking funds I will come back to. Then I do need to contribute the remainder of my rent. Okay, that should be good. And I mentioned from technically the 5th up until the 18th. So Duke Energy, monthly Delta payment, Cardinal, all of those are good. And in the last video, I completely forgot to fund not only gas, but parking. So I had to kind of play around with that and move money from different expenses, but I covered pretty much everything. So I've made it work. Okay, so I'm gonna do $40 for parking. I actually might need to do $60. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll probably end up doing $25 for gas, especially since I won't be Ubering this weekend, and next weekend is the funeral. So I probably won't need gas too much. And my job is about 10 minutes away from home, so I don't use that much gas to get there. Okay, so I have Discover's interest, Amazon Prime, HP Instant Ink. Oh wait, no. So the 5th until the 18th. Yeah. All right, that should be good. All right, monthly rollover is covered. I'm going to add my normal 70 to grocery. And actually, I'm going to add 70 to fund money for now, but one of my coworkers invited me to a massage session during the weekend. So I think she said it was like a muscle pressure massage, and it was another one, cryotherapy or something. So apparently it's $30 each. So if anything, I might come back and add that $30 so I won't tap into any other funds. But we will see. It depends on what the rest of my ready to assign is looking like. All right, so food on the run, 25. So also, I've decided now that I'm in office a lot more often, and I work where there's tons of restaurants everywhere downtown, and I find myself always either grabbing like Dunkin' Donuts or like Starbucks, or just getting things as far as food for lunch and spending money excessively. And it's not good for my budget, and also for my health and fitness goals that are completely a different thing that I keep track of. But I'm thinking once a week. So for the most part, I go into the office about 3 times out of the week. So I'm thinking once a week, I'll just kind of treat myself to eating lunch out and not feel like I'm depriving myself of enjoying the luxuries of eating out and not packing lunch. But I'm going to kind of play that by ear and just see. I think I might create a different fund, which might be called like coffee break or something, where it just has money that goes toward coffee, or maybe I'll call it lunch break. I don't really know yet. I've been playing around with it in my head, so I may come back to that depending on how things are going with work and how often we're actually going into the office, because we're kind of shifting into a more remote work environment, especially since most of my team actually were exposed to COVID a couple of weeks ago. So we'll see how that goes, and if I even need to do that. So jet setting. So actually, the hotel cost for the funeral, all of my line sisters, and line sisters are pretty much women that are in your sorority that joined at the exact same time as you. So they're considered my line sisters. So we're all staying at the same hotel on the same floor, but the cost is about $96. So fortunately enough, my older sorority sisters were able to pitch in and surprisingly sponsored most of this. So I have about, the flight's already covered, but I have about $70 that goes towards the hotel. So I'm actually short. I believe the hotel is $96. So I'm gonna just do, I'm gonna do 97 minus 70, and I'll just put 70 there. Okay, and I might actually need to pay for airport parking, because right now with, I don't even know why, but Uber prices are so expensive, and it's good for me and bad for me because I drive Uber. So that works out. But when I kind of hydroplaned that day, the Uber cost just to get to where I was going was like $50, and it was 7 minutes away. So I'm like, yeah, no, I probably won't be using Uber. I'll just, drive and work for them. So they've actually increased the price of airport parking to $11. It was $9, and I don't like that at all, but I'm gonna have to just do it and manage. So it's $11 a day, and I should be going for about 3 days. Okay. All right, so I think home goodies should be good. I need to actually add about $10 to laundry, and I could move this to a different, I'm gonna hide this. Actually, undo. I think I wanna just move that back to, I wanna keep track of the different places I've been during the year. So I think I wanna just move that down to jet setting. I'll hide these. Which then again, I might not need to hide these two, just in case I do those again. So hide, you can hide that one. All right, and then, come on, laptop. Okay, there we go. I wonder if I should just move the airport parking cost to airport parking. Let me just give it its right home. Okay. All right, so I should be good there. let's see what else I have going on. Expenses are good. Cash envelopes are okay. Okay, so my Klarna and my Pay in 4 platform. So I'm going to show my tracker here. So for Afterpay, PayPal, and Klarna are completely paid off. So now I have just Quad Pay, and I think that one is about 68% paid down. So as far as the cost I have to pay in this pay period, it'll be about $182. All right, social lighting. So I add, let's see, I'm gonna do 35, and then let's do another 40. Potentially, I might have to move that. So bars, actually went to happy hour yesterday with some of my coworkers, and that came up to about, I think I paid $20. I'm gonna just make sure I have that covered. And dining out. So some of my friends and I, the day before Valentine's Day, we're going to do a Galentine's dinner. We have reservations, and we're gonna get dressed up and, you know, enjoy Valentine's Day. And of course, this would have been the weekend that I probably would have went home, or my boyfriend would have come up here. But being that the funeral is on the weekend of Valentine's Day, you know, we decided to just hold off and either plan a trip either at the end of February or sometime in March, just so I can have enough time to kind of get back to my routine and also get my money back right before I try to go back home or we do anything, you know, out of the ordinary. So I typically add $50 to dining out, but I kind of feel like I want to add $70, but I might actually have to come back to that because I'm not thinking that that is enough. So I have about $383 remaining, and I do want to add $45 to my BFF's baby shower because it's approaching and I know it'll be here within a blink of an eye, so I want to make sure I have that covered. And I did take money from this, so I'm gonna add 10 here. Ooh, let's just do 15. I move so slow with these sinking funds, it's a shame. All right, I'm gonna add 15 here. Well, I guess, what are my targets telling me to do? 81 more dollars this month. Oh my goodness. What does this one say? Oh wow. This is a shame. So I guess I can come back to the cash envelope. I'm gonna add the, oh man, you know what? I forgot. So I have another, this is where the social lighting aspect comes in. I really have to balance the budget portion of my life and ensuring I'm just staying on top of my funds. But I also was invited, one of my sorority sisters, and this was prior to, you know, the tragic news that we got last week, but she was planning on coming in town and spending her birthday here, and we were gonna pretty much go to a comedy show, and the tickets are $190. Are you kidding me? I almost said something kind of bad, but it seems like a fun idea, and honestly, if I were to be Ubering, I would have no issue just throwing the money toward it. So I'm going to add that in just so I mean, I don't know if we're going to really pay for the tickets at this point now because she's also going to the funeral. So we might actually put a complete pause on this. So I wonder, do I have, I'm going to put it in this. Wow. I'll add the $30 and I need to put the rest of this money toward something that makes sense because that's kind of crazy. Yes, I might actually put the remainder toward car note. Yeah. Did I finish the sinking funds off? Oh, let me move the interest over to the emergency fund. Oh, what did I do? What just happened? Oh. Huh? Okay. That fixed it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and sticking with me. I will see you guys in the next video. And happy Valentine's Day. All right. Bye, guys.